Okay, where are we going? Where are we going?
In Hardee's.
Okay, let's do that then, okay? Lunch.
Oh, you made a bag.
Lunch.
Yep.
Lunch.
Good step, Dad.
Lunch.
Slipper in there.
All day for CNN in Washington. Have I Christmas?
Where's the cardinal? Frosty, look over here. You're taking your picture.
My name is Sammy Smith. Got a whole antique. I'm going to celebrate 94th birthday on 22nd of May. And I've been quite a bit around this world through God's creation. I live in 5 different countries, been in 13 of them. I'm old World War I, World War I horse. And I come out lucky without scratches. I guess was the reason I was too small target. They missed me. Then I see a big one coming out there sideways, that missed me too. So,
How old are you now, Henry?
well, they'll be 94, 22nd of May.
You'll be 94 years old
Yeah,
the 22nd of May.
94th
That's
birthday.
real fun. You don't look like you're a day over 65.
Well, I feel sometimes that way.
But with a little help.
Well, I made a mistake. Some long time ago, instead of getting rich, I got old. Well, I guess everybody does make mistakes now and then, and so that's the way it goes. But I'm alone. I ain't got no relations whatsoever. Well, I couldn't expect very many relations. 94 years.
94, not
Yeah.
no way.
But people are good to me. No matter where I go, I won't be no better off if I have half a dozen sons and daughters. I go out with some young ladies, and you know another thing. As for my wife passing away, I think I went out for dinners. Not exactly dates, just a dinner dates from St. Malachy. Ladies, they up in their 60s and 70s. Well, you know, all they done talk about their aches and pains. So hell, I got my own. So I started going with the younger generation, and I found out it was much better.
Have you been around here all this time, Henry?
I've been here since 1943, right on this place there.
Oh, in this place, right?
I'm from Chicago. Up in
Chicago area.
Yeah, I've been in Chicago from 1913, 2nd of June, till middle of the harvest, 1943. Then I come down here. Then I've been in other places, been in Europe, you know, all that sort of stuff. But
Tell us a little bit about your travels in Europe, Henry.
well, they ain't got much to tell about it.
You remember too much?
There ain't much left of me anymore.
Oh.
Well, I still can drink a beer and love the ladies. What more God I can expect at my age. And so that's that.
Now, Henry, you're 94 years old, or will be. That means you're older than our church down there, which was built in 1901. Did you know that? You're about 5 years older than our church. You was born in 1890. What?
No.
What year?
1894.
1894. Oh, that's quite some time. The church was built in 1901. You wasn't around here though, was you? That time. You was up
The
north.
first time I see a ran through was in 1925. Saturday before 4th of July on the way to St. Louis, or not St. Louis. Oh, I think it was 2,400, something like that, population ran too then.
Well, you've seen a lot of changes around here, haven't you?
Well, a lot of changes everywhere. Stick around Chicago. My gee gods, there used to be onion fields. Now it's a big apartment. Things like, I was talking about the changes. They sure did made a whole kind of a change everywhere. But they got to increase the population. Now you're taking automobiles. The first car I bought was in 1924, 3rd day of December. Well, gee, the gods, I used to come here in 20s to Champaign and ran through, well, maybe half a dozen cars. No fooling. That's just all you ever did see.
There weren't many cars around in those days, were there?
His only thing is not there anymore. You always see a good half a dozen of guys changing flat tires. You don't see many flat tires anymore. They made a great improvement on that. I'm a retired automobile mechanic. I kind of know what I'm talking about when we talk about automobiles.
They say these old automobile mechanics, all they needed was a wrench and a screwdriver and a hammer. Is that and a couple?
And a baling wire.
And some baling wire. Is that about right, Henry?
Well, I went to school twice, 2 different schools. I went to school in the Army in 1990 when I started in Fort Sale, Oklahoma. I was a soldier then.
Where was that?
Fort Sale, Oklahoma.
Down at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Okay.
Fort Sale, Oklahoma.
When was that about? What year?
1919.
1919.
1920. And then I came out of the Army and got a job down at Dash Shield Motor Company in Chicago. What was left, money was left from donations from World War I. The night of Columbus, I run an automobile school down there on 26 and Warfare 7. I attended down there all winter. Night school.
About what year was that?
Well, that was
20.
in the 20s.
1920s?
2021.
That was started by the Knights of Columbus?
Yeah.
Of the Chicago chapter up there?
Well, I do not know. I think it's Knight in Columbus in general.
Oh, in general.
Because the donations, that's what it told us, there was donations left over, the money from the war that people donated to the soldiers, you know, to buy donuts and coffee.
Something like the USO was later on, is that right?
Well, in World War I, things was different. You know, it was horse and buggy days. In those days, everything's a fighting. Same way, it was same thing on the fighting. The man was, most of the war was fought face to face with a rifle and bayonet. They even teach us in the Army, when you put the bayonet in a man, you can't get to skin him out if those raise your right foot and kick him off. And I tell you, things different, but it is now.
That's a pretty rough thing to do.
Darn right. Now, by gee gosh, they pull the trigger where it may be, they shoot 1,000 miles away. That was old from bookie days, you know.
Can you remember any of the big storms back years ago?
Well, not exactly. We're talking about the Army. We lost a 45th man in the flu. Oh, I tell you a good one, I'll never forget.